AI data dumb as a stone. Executive summary. Data is merely passive material and lacks inherent intelligence. Piling up massive datasets creates noise, hallucination, and high resource costs without improving true reasoning. Real AI capabilities stem from mathematical logic, sound architecture, and reasoning algorithms. The success of tiny models proves that superior logical design outperforms brute force data collection. Future AI breakthroughs will depend on refining logic systems rather than gathering larger piles of static internet data. Article. Data is not the brain of artificial intelligence. Most people believe that piling up mountains of text makes a model smart. They think data works like magic food for computers. This assumption is completely wrong. Data is as dumb as a stone. A pile of rocks does not build a house by itself. You need a blueprint and a skilled builder to create a structure. Data is merely raw material, like loose dirt or gravel. Raw information contains zero inherent intelligence. It sits on a hard drive like a silent rock in the desert. It does not think, reflect, or reason. Large language models seem smart because they process billions of words. However, the data itself is just static patterns. The intelligence emerges from the logic that processes those patterns. Algorithms act as the true engine of artificial intelligence. Logic transforms useless noise into useful answers. Without strong logic, a huge dataset is just a digital landfill. Why data is dumb. Data consists of isolated facts and words. A database can store every book ever written. Yet the database cannot understand a single sentence. Think about a massive library filled with millions of volumes. The paper inside the books possesses no thoughts. The ink on the pages cannot solve a math problem. Intelligence requires an active mind to read, analyze, and connect the ideas. In AI, the logic serves as that active mind. Data simply sits there until logic gives it shape. Feeding bad logic more data creates bigger mistakes. A simple calculator proves this concept every day. A basic calculator uses strict mathematical rules to produce perfect answers. It does not search through a billion example equations to find 2 plus 2 equals 4. It uses internal logic rules to calculate the answer directly. The calculator succeeds because its logical design is sound. The true source of AI intelligence. The real spark of AI lies in its underlying architecture and training algorithms. Mathematical logic dictates how a neural network processes information. Key takeaway. The architecture defines how information flows through the network. The training algorithm adjusts internal connections based on logical rules. These mathematical systems extract underlying principles from the noise. They do not just memorize phrases like a parrot. They build abstract representations of concepts through strict logical structures. Logical frameworks. Math rules dictate how the system learns relationships between ideas. Pattern analysis. Logic identifies cause and effect rather than repeating simple words. Reasoning capabilities. Proper algorithms allow models to solve multi-step problems logically. Logic allows the system to handle brand new situations. An AI trained purely on memory fails when it encounters an unfamiliar scenario. An AI with strong logical rules adapts instantly. It applies learned principles to solve the new problem. The logic provides the flexibility, while data only provides initial examples. The power of tiny models. Small, highly efficient AI models prove that logic outperforms massive data. Developers used to build gigantesque models with trillions of parameters. These massive models required entire data centers to run. Recently, researchers changed their focus towards smaller, smarter architectures. Engineers created compact models that fit directly on tiny smartphone chips. These small models often beat older giant models on complex reasoning tests. They achieve these results using a fraction of the training data. Why tiny models win? Tiny models rely on superior logical design and cleaner reasoning paths. They filter out unnecessary noise and focus on pure logic rules. They show that smart logic beats brute force data collection every time. Small models prove that quality reasoning matters far more than raw quantity. A tiny engine with brilliant design will always outrun a massive, clunky engine. The fallacy of brute force data. Companies spent billions of dollars collecting every byte of internet text. They scraped forums, social media posts, and public websites. They believed that more data would automatically create superhuman intelligence. This brute force method quickly ran into severe limits. Diminishing returns. Adding more random text produces smaller and smaller improvements. Information pollution. The internet contains vast amounts of low-quality text, false facts, and bad arguments. Logical confusion. Models trained on raw internet data absorb bad logic along with good facts. Feeding junk data into a system creates unpredictable behavior. The model begins to hallucinate and output total nonsense. The system lacks the internal logic to separate truth from error. Simply increasing the pile of rocks does not create a finer palace. It only creates a bigger, more dangerous heap. AI development hit a wall when relying solely on massive data collection. Progress resumed only when researchers improved the logical reasoning systems. They added step-by-step thinking processes into the models. They trained the systems to evaluate their own logic before answering. Superior logic solved the performance issues that extra data could not fix. Building better logic for the future. The future of artificial intelligence depends on logic design, not larger datasets. Computer scientists now focus on teaching models how to reason through problems systematically. They build architectures that verify facts against logical frameworks. We must stop treating data as a magical cure for AI limitations. Data serves as a static record of the past. Logic provides the active tool to navigate the future. An AI system with master-level logic needs very little data to learn a complex topic. It grasps the underlying rules quickly and applies them correctly. A master chess player does not memorize every possible board layout in history. The player understands the core rules, strategies, and spatial logic of the game. A beginner tries to memorize past games without understanding the principles. The master wins because their logical framework is superior. Modern AI must follow the exact same path. We need smarter engines, not bigger fuel tanks. Data remains as dumb as a stone until logical engineering brings it to life. You can save money and improve security by running AI models on your PC or Mac. Applications and models are available for free. I can help you get up and running. Contact me for a free demo. You need a PC or Mac with 16 gigabytes or more of memory. I have published more than 700 blogs on AI in the past 3 years. If you get value from these blogs, please join my Patreon as a member at the $2, $4, or $8 per month level. https://www.patreon.com/Steve Hovland. I have a new group on Facebook called GPT-4, all by Steve Hovland. https://www.facebook.com/search/top?q equals GPT-4, all %20 by %20 Steve %20 Hovland. GPT-4, all is a free program that lets you run AI models on almost any PC or Mac. It lets you keep your private data private.